Yeah, it seems like a very powerful, experience that you had there, and the humanity as well as you were talking, the humanity in that, because oftentimes, especially in kind of like urban kind of cities, I mean, they are so used to be dehumanized because they're not the human condition is taken away from them by what you've talked about, which is like this structural, racism, systemic racism, right? So can you talk to us a little bit more about that humanity that, that you encountered in your exchange? Maybe not during COVID, or maybe like kind of like on a day-to-day basis, any kind of like positive, because we love to hear about the positive stuff as well that are coming out of, so we want all of that. We want all of the positivity right here.
God, oh my God. Because let me tell you, Yannick, the children, like when I don't know the answer to my life, I just go to the classroom. I asking the children. It doesn't matter their age. They can be any age. They give me the answer. Like they know the answer, and they know before I can teach them how to model and role model these quotidian best practices. They rise without my having to remind them. They are willing to carry adults and teach them right from wrong until they get it before I open my mouth. They are willing to turn on that Fox 5 News, because I can't even turn it on. I said, turn that off. They haven't read, turn that off. They are willing to tolerate the idiocracy and prejudice of Fox 5 News. And then they'll say, that news reporter, he needs Jesus, miss. I'm going to pray for him. He can do better. Miss, maybe we write him a letter. Maybe he don't have confidence in his own voice.
I love that. I love that.
So give it like forgiving and then giving. And I said, but why are you so willing to carry us? Because you do. I said, we are a burden. Like I'm the worst. White women, I'm the worst. I have no roots. I invade because my family is y'all, and I have known that for a very long time. Like education, that is my life, that's my religion, and it's other people's children that are going to give me purpose and sustainability. There is not one person in the world of that which is more important than the Black and brown children, all children, but Black and brown children specifically in front of me, because there is nobody else like it. They are the genesis of our society. They are the beginning, they are the middle, they are the end. If we are going to move in this quasi post-pandemic era towards a utopia, who you think gonna get us there? It's gonna be them. That they had nothing, and they had no food, no father, and no infrastructure for school. They're missing a lot of things, but it's from all that type of that we call deficit that there is there's this resilience, this breath of fresh air, and real belief and love that the human condition, while it has many faces, can augment if we just teach the right lessons. If we can just love people, friendship. But we have to teach people that the love is unconditional. So what we're supposed to build in a school should be, we should use the terms like loyalty, commitment. Like you want those shifts and changes to be sustainable over time. You want them to be kind of legendary and epic. So they're willing to go back for the adult and go back and forth to get the adult right, even though the adult may not want to learn. And that might be the adult's crusade. They're like, no, miss, we have to love them, miss, love them. And Miss Donald Trump, I'm going to pray for him because he doesn't, he doesn't have no home training, miss. I said, miss, his mother, maybe she didn't know she was working. I said, no, maybe. Miss, Donald Trump, he letting those crazy people in the White House, he doesn't know shame, miss. You know, we gonna pray for him. I said myself. Great, I'm making read again, homie. Like they so patient. I said, but how y'all don't lose your face? How y'all keep your face? You know, when y'all see that shenanigan foolishness of adults, the whites, this boy have money, right? Education, acting a fool, and we doing the ELA and the math. How that make you feel, miss is we have to see it so we can solve it.
Super smart.
Can you run for president and just they can run the world on that level.
Yeah.
You don't need White House. Like they can do it. It's just they don't have a platform.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah, and yeah, and it seems like you know, you have like that connection with them, and you are giving them, at least if they don't have that platform, at least you're giving them a little voice in this whole kind of like messy world that they're living in. And yeah, can you talk to us a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, sure. So we have, there's like these thousands of hours. So from March 24th, 2020 to September 14th, 2022, we were virtual and ELA and math. So like we would stay on from 8:30 in the morning till 9:30 at night, sometimes 10:30. Like if you build it, they will come. So if I was on, right, I have the energy, I have the energy shakes, right, the hydroxycut. You know, if that was on, what I could do for families was they like the child would be with me in the screen so that like mom can go to work, or like the family could go out and buy groceries, because they did have supervision. And so like a tone was set. So like I know that families struggle. I don't have kids because I'm like, well, whose class would they go in if they come out like me? You know, like I don't have them because I feel full. My heart is full from the children in front of me. Well, I need to have them. What's wrong with yours? Like they keep hope alive. You know, I feel the need to. I'm not going to contribute more than my kids contribute. So I'm good. You know, I'm grateful just that they take me. You know what I mean? I'm already in front of the royalty of that, which is the royalty of royalties. I'm seeing greatness that I would never see anywhere else in these pockets of malnourished and underserviced communities, because they have a resilience to move through and grapple with struggle. And they take the struggles that they have and they like re-gift that grapple as greatness. Like that's how I can explain it best.
Yeah, that's a beautiful.
Only that, yeah. They give greatness a new portal for potential for the adult because of the way they scaffold and make good decisions and kind of circumvent whatever it is that they're surviving, because they're not looking to just survive. They're looking to stamp their legacy. They have something to say. They may not have the words, but they have something to say, and they are not afraid or perturbed of this conditioning that I don't have, because I grew up with privilege. I had my father, I have food, and I have financial. You know, they don't have those things, but they have more than I will ever have. They have, they can give, because they don't feel, they're not afraid to like, oh, I'm going to lose something. They're not, the commodities don't speak to them as much as words or valuing people or connecting through the slides and expressing the interpretation of the text, and then the kids doing text to self connections on their colleagues, like because based on like how they know their colleagues, like how they've come to know them through these lessons, they are now able to speak on their best personality traits and to augment confidence in their own voice. Like they do things that adults can't do, that we can't learn in a lifetime. And they do them in live real time. And they talk about, they have difficult conversations, they have uncomfortable conversations, and they have solutions, like they remedy the problem with, well, if we do this, they write it like, if we do this, people will understand. Maybe we could make docu-series of our lessons and put it in
Yeah,
the.
I think you should absolutely do it. You should do it, definitely, absolutely.
They're like, Miss, please figure it out. And I'm like, I have a Vimeo account. It's hours and hours. Like I'm trying to, I have this subscription, but I have to make the meeting with people. They have to like sift through all these hours and hours of live instruction. I said, but the kids, whether in ELA or math, like especially ELA, when they start talking about like, Miss, like in life, the police, when they stop us, I see how they look at my father, how they talk to my father. I don't like that, Miss, but in my heart, I'm praying for them because I know that they're uneducated. They have not read that book in 20 years, as you say. And they went to a school that did not give them a place to share their opinion. They just don't know, Miss. They don't know. They don't know. And if they don't know, Miss, it's not a crime, Miss. We have to teach them. And I'm like, are you sure it's not a crime, y'all? Are you? No, Miss, no purse, no, Miss. We have to invite them to the school.
To get them educated. Absolutely. That's what it takes, right? Education.
That's their solution. Just, the NYPD, God bless them. We have to invite them. Like the white man, he just doesn't know. It's not. I said, you sure it's not something he's choosing wrong? No, Miss, because he doesn't know, Miss. He had the power to choose right, but he forgot to write that down, y'all. I'm gonna write that down. And they're serious. They come into the screen like this, Miss, is the truth because I know in my heart. They move, and people's families. People said that, Mr. Vito, I had a job interview today. I said, oh really? I haven't had a job since quarantine. I said, yes, God turned that job down. I said, why? I don't want to miss the lessons, Mr. Vito. That's the job.
Seriously, wow.
So I said, I don't care. Get that unemployment, Mr. Vito, because listen, that office is gonna be not something I haven't seen before. I'm not gonna miss this ELA lesson, Mr. Vito. I said, did you want to participate? No, I'm right to the side writing it down. Like the kids, you write it down. I said, praise shine on you. She said, I never heard such a good lesson. I said, you see how the kids are? She said, praise on those children. Praise on those children.